What happens when a country starts blocking its own companies in the name of national security? Why did the United States government stop Intel and Qualcomm from selling chips to Huawei, but allowed it for a brief moment? And why has the United States Senate suddenly introduced a law to prevent export monopolies? What are they afraid of? And what does this mean for the future of the global chip war? Let's uncover the truth behind Washington's latest move. From wherever you're watching in the world, welcome to the channel. If you want deep, real-world documentary breakdowns, hit subscribe. Let's continue. The United States and China are engaged in a silent war. A war not fought with weapons, but with chips, licenses, and export controls. Every decision the United States makes affects billions of dollars, global supply chains, and the balance of power between two superpowers. And now, things are getting messy. Because Washington is being accused of favoritism, unfair licensing, and creating monopolies inside its own borders. Huawei has been on the United States blacklist for years. Anyone selling advanced chips to them needs government permission. But suddenly, two companies, Intel and Qualcomm, were allowed to sell chips to Huawei. While their competitors, MediaTek and AMD, were denied the same approval. Why? This question triggered outrage from both industry leaders and lawmakers. The export system wasn't just controlling foreign companies. It was now tilting the game between American companies themselves. Eventually, the Biden administration revoked Intel and Qualcomm's licenses. But the damage was done. Lawmakers realized something dangerous. If licensing isn't equal, one company can become the only supplier to a foreign customer, creating a monopoly not in the market, but within United States export policy itself. This wasn't just an economic risk, it was a national security problem. Because when one company controls access, that company becomes a single point of failure. Two United States senators, Democrat Elizabeth Warren and Republican Rick Scott, came together in a rare bipartisan moment. Their message to the Commerce Department was blunt: stop creating export monopolies. Their bill demands a competitive market review, no single company approvals, equal treatment for all United States exporters, and no decisions that advantage one firm over another. If two companies request the same license, the Commerce Department must consider both, not handpick a winner. This is the first time the United States government is being formally challenged for its internal export decisions. You might wonder, why does this bill matter for the rest of the world? Because export decisions shape global smartphone production, AI server supply, China's semiconductor access, United States tech competitiveness, and the future of companies like AMD, Intel, Qualcomm, and NVIDIA. If one company gains monopoly access to China or any foreign market, they could gain billions. If another company is blocked, they could lose years of sales. This bill attempts to freeze that imbalance. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Countries don't always make decisions purely for security. Sometimes politics enters the system. Sometimes big companies lobby the government. Sometimes economic pressure shapes policy. And sometimes a licensing decision can change the entire competitive landscape. This is why senators are worried. Because a hidden monopoly created by policy, not competition, can distort the entire semiconductor chain. For Huawei, this bill doesn't make things easier or harder, but it changes the rules. It means all suppliers must be treated equally. No American company can get secret access, no shortcuts, no selective approvals. Huawei remains restricted, but the United States now wants to enforce fairness inside its own borders. This is the first sign that America is tightening its export laws, not only towards China, but also towards its own corporations. For companies like AMD, Qualcomm, MediaTek, Intel, and NVIDIA, this law could level the playing field. No more behind-the-scenes advantages, no more quiet approvals. But it also means more bureaucracy, more reviews, and more delays. America wants a clean, equal export system. But clean policies often move slowly. And in the tech world, speed decides who wins. This bill is more than business regulation. It signals a shift in the United States-China tech war. The United States is not only controlling its exports, it is now controlling how its own companies compete in foreign markets. This is a rare moment where government policy directly interferes with market competition, global supply chains, and national security frameworks. And whenever policy and business collide, markets change. Investors watch, companies react, countries adjust. This bill could reset how semiconductor power is distributed worldwide. So the bigger question remains, why did America wait until now to fix its export system? Is Washington preparing for a new round of chip restrictions? Is the United States expecting more confrontation with China? Are they trying to prevent corporate manipulation? Or is this simply the beginning of a stricter, more transparent export era? Whatever the answer, Zane, the future of global technology will be shaped not only by factories and innovation, but by the policies written in Washington. If you want more deep, honest, documentary-style breakdowns like this, make sure to subscribe. The next chapter of the United States-China tech battle is coming, and you won't want to miss it.